والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. Inshallah, this morning we shall continue with another topic في هديه صلى الله عليه وسلم في الوضوء. Yesterday we were discussing the importance and the necessity in following the guidance of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. We'll begin with the guidance of the Prophet when it comes to performing ablution. The book we are using is Sirah, but it's not really talking about the battle, but it's talking about the guidance of Prophet, as in what the Prophet used to do, so that we can emulate him in those things. The way he used to pray, the way he used to perform ablution, the way he used to do some of the teachings of Islam, so that we can also do it the way the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do that. Now, to begin with, we begin with hadiyuhu fil wudu, his guidance when it comes to performing ablution. كان صلى الله عليه وسلم يتوضأ لكل صلاة في غالب أحيانه. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in most times, he used to perform ablution for each salah. Like every salah, he used to perform ablution. وَرُبَّمَا صَلَّى الصَّلَوَاتِ بِوُضُوءٍ وَاحِدٍ. And sometimes he would pray some prayers, like pray a particular prayer and pray another one with just one wudu. So if the wudu is still valid, he would use that same wudu to pray like multiple prayers. So he used to do this too. وَكَانَ يَتَوَضَّأُ بِالْمُدِّ. There is what we call mud, the one we use during zakat al-fitr, al-mud, that small bowl. So sometimes he would perform ablution with a water of that quantity. So taratan, sometimes. وَبِثُلُثَيْهِ taratan. Sometimes the water he would use would be less than that, like 2/3 of al-mud, ثُلُثَيْ. So وَبِهَزْيَدْ مِنْهُ تَارَةً. Sometimes the Prophet would use a quantity that is a bit bigger than al-mud for ablution. وَكَانَ مِنْ أَيْسَرِ النَّاسِ صَبًّا لِمَاءِ الْوُضُوءِ. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to be one of the most user, or the person who use water the most for ablution. وَيُحَذِّرُ أُمَّتَهُ مِنَ الْإِسْرَافِ فِيهِ. And he used to warn his nation, his ummah, from, wasting water. Like, some people want to perform ablution and they waste a lot of water. No, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, during his lifetime, he used to warn his ummah. So the teachings, the guidance of the Prophet regarding ablution is to use a water of small quantity. You can see mud or something less or something bigger than it a bit. So وَصَحَّ عَنْهُ, and it is authentic from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, أَنَّهُ تَوَضَّأَ مَرَّةً. It is authentic that he used to perform ablution once, like one time. Performing washing the hands once, doing istinshaq once, washing the face once, and all that once. It's authentic from him that he used to do that. وَمَرَّتَيْنِ مَرَّتَيْنِ. It's also authentic from the Prophet that he would do twice sometimes. So like two times. وَثَلَاثًا. And it's authentic from him that he would perform ablution 3 times. Washing hands 3 times, washing face 3 times. And it's also authentic from him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, في بعض مرتين. He would do some of the part of the body twice. وبعضها ثلاثة. And do some 3 times. Do we get that? The one we talked about was twice, like following two times. But sometimes he would do some parts 3 times and some parts 2 times. وكان يتمضمض ويستنشق بغرفة. There's what we call غرفة. When you are performing ablution, you place your water in the hand and you sip it with your mouth. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he wanted to perform ablution, he would pour water in his hand and he would sip it with his mouth. Then the remaining water in his hand. Then after doing tamadmud, after al-madmada, he would throw the water away, and the remaining water he will sniff it into his nose. With one, it's not, he will use one water to wash his mouth, and he will pour that away, and we take another water. No, the same water in his hand, throw it away, then the remaining water. Do we get the analogy? One water in his hand for al-madmada wal istinshaq. So that is what we call al-ghurfa. وَتَارَةً بِغُرْفَتَيْنِ, and sometimes he used to he will pour water 2 times, like pour water in his hand for mouth and use another water for al-istinshaq. Sometimes he used to do that too. وَتَارَةً بِثَلَاث, and sometimes he used to do it 3 times. So وَكَانَ, what I'm saying, okay, it's like so the ghurfa means like once or twice or 3 times. Like al-madmada wal istinshaq, once or twice or 3 times. So وكان يصلي بين المضمضة يصل بين المضمضة والاستنشاق. He used to connect madmada and istinshaq. I think that's where I was explaining before. Like, he used to do them together, not that separate water. Same scope. Same scope that I explained. Sometimes he would do that once or twice or 3 times. Not separate water for washing the mouth and the nose. Inshallah, we'll stop here and we shall continue from here tomorrow, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين وأصلح لي شأني كله لا إله إلا أنت